the series is far from over. But if the Bucks do close it out, let's say they close it out in 6, even if it goes to 7, and Giannis is 26 with a Finals win, a Finals MVP, 2 MVPs. What is it? 2 Defensive Player of the Years.
One defensive player of the year,
One Defensive Player of the Year. I forget
All-Star MVP.
how many All NBA teams, like 4 or 5 All NBA teams,
Yeah,
All Star MVP. This has to be up there with some of the best 26-year-old resumes in the history of basketball.
yeah, he has a ring before LeBron. LeBron got his at like 28 and like 17 days or whatever. 28 years and 17 days. Uh, KD only has 2 rings and he's 32. Uh, Michael Jordan got his ring past 26. You know what I mean? So I don't think Giannis is ever going to reach those all-time numbers that MJ and LeBron reach. 30,000 points and stuff. Just because Giannis wasn't as good, his first couple years. But like when we're talking about rings, accolades, and everything, we can't predict the future. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh man, this year, blah blah blah, asterisk, 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 whatever." I understand that and everything, but you can't predict the future, right? So at 26 years old, Giannis Antetokounmpo has a GOAT level career at 26. It just didn't have this hot start that the other ones had, but it has more accolades than most 26-year-olds. So at 26-year-old, Giannis Antetokounmpo is in the same tier if he wins this ring as Kareem, LeBron, and Michael Jordan, which is crazy to say.
It's crazy to say. And the thing that this finals and this playoffs has showed me that even when he usually is putting up 30, but even when he's struggling a little bit, he is the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah,
Like you said, like defensive plays are going to be the most remembered plays from the first 5 games of the series. Um, and just the two-way presence that he is, and like he's going to be winning more Defensive Player of the Years. He's going to
yeah,
be, if he wins this championship, like he might be back in the MVP conversation, right? Like
yeah,
that voter fatigue might be lifted off. So that, like, who knows where his resume is going to go from here? He's not even in his prime yet. He's only 26.
yeah. And like he got a lot of criticism these past couple of years for like the Kawhi series when the Raptors went on their championship run. Why isn't Giannis picking up Kawhi, full court? Like why isn't he guarding him? Even two series ago, not 2 years ago, to just 2 series ago when he wasn't guarding KD, right? It's like why isn't he just guarding Kevin Durant one on one? Kevin Durant just dropped 50 points. Like come on. But we've shown, we've learned, we've seen Giannis as like this free safety defender where he's kind of just like roaming the paint and switching on everything. Is just next level. Like he's doing something that no one else in the NBA can do. Like his speed matched with his length just makes him this incredible free safety type defender where he's just disrupting everything and changing the flow of the game and just like saving his teammates. And it's going to be historic. We're going to talk about Giannis as a defender. I don't know if we're going to talk about him as an offensive player because he's kind of just like Shaq, where someone like, man, it's impressive to watch, but it's not something that you can emulate or try to do again, right? But his as a defender is going to be historic. It's going to be iconic, and I just like that people are going to start appreciating now after he gets that ring.
Yeah, and even if the free throw shooting doesn't improve, which in this final series has been better than the rest of the playoffs, if that doesn't improve,
Yeah,
if he doesn't develop a jumper, we're gonna remember him as probably the best help defender of all time, the
all
best
time. Yeah,
free safety defender of all time, and a 30 and 13 guy on offense. Even if he doesn't get any better, he's gonna be going down as like one of the very, very top Hall of Famers, like the inner circle of Hall of Fame players, if his career continues like this. It's crazy.
yeah. Like he's already entering that like D Wade level type of career. So at 26, which is insane. As long as hopefully he stays healthy, because obviously when you're that big, a lot of injuries get associated with the players that size.
Yeah.
Hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully he keeps it up. And hopefully his free throw shooting is like when he's at home. Like
Yeah.
hopefully that home versus away split stops happening. But I think when he gets that confidence of a championship lifted off his back, that
Yeah.
burden, I think his free throw shooting will naturally improve and we could see like a 70% Giannis season
Yeah.
next year.
No, I totally agree. And speaking of health, I don't know what to expect, but I mean the Olympics is coming up. I don't know if he's going to be
Yeah,
playing for Greece with that
I don't
hyperextended
think so.
knee. Like I
Yeah.
would recommend against it, but like we
It's your
know
country,
him.
right?
Him and his brothers have like extreme national pride. So
Yeah.
who knows what we're going to see there? But if he does play in the Olympics and puts on the show in the Olympics, this could be like one of the most memorable seasons of like in recent history. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms and follow us on Instagram.